11 reasons why people fail. Watch till the end because the last is the most important one. Hi everyone, this is Marco Gilardi. Welcome again in my YouTube channel, and can be your channel if you subscribe right now and click on the small bell like this. Automatically you will be the first next time to receive my video. So look, doesn't matter how much smart you are, you may fall, right? Doesn't matter how much the processor of your mind is strong, you may fall. Doesn't matter who you are, you may fall, right? And as much as your mind is strong, pay attention, because it's also strong to deceive you, right? So look, today I'm going to talk with you about 10 plus 1 reason why people fail. Let's start. So why people fail? The first reason is don't define a clear target, a clear scope. How you are going to plan, how you are going to monitor, how you are going to reach if you don't know exactly what. You may lose a lot of time, you may lose energy. It's like as you are going somewhere with your car, you know exactly the street, but not very well the destination. That is not good, because you lose time, you don't know what you want. And this is normally based on failure person. Why? Because they adapt the target following what there is in the market, what the external factor provide to that person, which is not the goal. That's not the goal, that's wrong, that's failure policy. Why? You must decide what you want from life. This is the power that can make you a successful person. Do you know why? If you think that to reach a target, you first need to know what the market offers, is a wrong idea. You know why? It's a wrong idea because tomorrow the market may change and you will change each time following the market. It's a passive mentality, it's a passive policy. It's passive, you're passive. So normally who is passive failed. You know why? Because you are adapting your target and you are losing a lot of money around the change that there will be in the world without follow exactly what you want. And then maybe you reach some things which was really a draft of what you thought about your dream or your scope or your target. And finally you are not happy. So you work more to have less than what you deserve. So this is very important point. You need to know exactly what you want. And it's not, for instance, just if you want one home, you know that you have to go to buy one home. It's not just to define, okay, I want one home 80 meters square, one apartment. Okay, what about in the future? Think about that, because the scope is not just himself. You have to think also what about after, okay? You can buy a Ferrari today and tomorrow how you are going to pay. So calculate also the scope. If, it's not limiting to you, but you have to think later. You want to sell, or why you are buying in this site? Why you are buying in Luxembourg, for example? Why you are not buying in France? Why you are not buying in Belgium? Why? So you have to know what they are doing. You understand? It goes for one investment because you want to buy for rent. And what about the plan after that? It's a scope, but it's not just the simple things. Otherwise, it's cheap scope. You understand? It's not just the apartment. It's all related action you will have to manage later also and integrate it with your life. Look, people confuse about change management. Change management is not some things to be applied on the scope, on the target. That's wrong. That's failure policy. Change management is that you follow your target and you can change the process you planned previously if the scenario change. If tomorrow I cannot go to work to get my 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 every month, what's happened? Because there is coronavirus, because I lost my job. So the change management is I have to find another way to get the same income or more to reach the same target, exactly the same target I was looking for. That's the first point. So define exactly the target and the scope in detail. The second point, I have really a big remark with the web. I saw other video like as the one that I'm doing today, and I disagree with one point. The people say normally that you should take care about how much will take to reach your target. I completely disagree. That's not the way. Because if you start to put this question in your mind, you will decide if you go further or not. You already lose 50%, let's say on average, 50% of opportunity that you will not go further. You don't need to take care how much will take. If you want one thing, you have to do whatever it takes to reach it. So we are completely, about this point, you will not find maybe in other video the same things. I completely disagree. If I want some things, I need to know that it will be hard. Even if you calculate, let's start talking. Maybe they are right who made this video, other person who made this video, maybe they are right. So let's think about that. You take care, for instance, you have, let's say one easy example, right? You want reach your scope, and your scope is to, I don't know, to buy one home, okay? And the price is 100,000. Then the market change, it will be 400,000. How you can calculate this? How you can calculate that the effort is 4 times more or 5 times more than the previous you plan? So you don't have to care at the beginning if it will be the case. It will be, I have to understand how much will take, because otherwise if I am in the middle, then I lose time because maybe I cannot afford. If you need to find your way, if you need to reach the scope that you plan in the previously, you have to do whatever it takes. It's not about wondering. It's not about think about how much will take, or scare or caring about how much will take. It will be hard. Point number 3, fear of failure. There is only one thing worse than fail, is fail before start. I mean, there are 2 reasons why. The first one, that you don't give any chance to you to start because you have scared, you have afraid of some things, okay? The second point is very important, is that each time that you fall and you stand up again, each time you learn some things. In this case, you have fear to learn some things, understand? So that's wrong, that's completely wrong. So let's check the 4th point, lazy. Lazy is a failure policy. Watch my video I did a few weeks ago about lazy approach. Why is lazy is a bad approach? Why is a failure policy? Because lazy include a myriad of mistake, which is you're not going to commit yourself, you're not going to adapt yourself, you are going always to procrastinate what you have to do today, and then you will never do it. And this is meaning that you don't have the discipline with you, which help to reach what you need to reach. In this case, your scope. Watch my video about that, you can see in the list, and this will help you to identify really who is lazy, who is not lazy. And lazy is a failure policy, believe me. Point number 5, this is important. Having negative people around you. It's not the first time I'm talking about negative people around you. Look, how you feel if you have some things to do, if you have to reach one scope, and every day around you someone is telling you, it's hard, it's difficult, you cannot, how you can? Come on, make less, lower your target, come on, it's difficult, it's hard, you cannot, you are not able, blah, 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 blah. How you feel? It's a horrible sensation. You don't need that. And if someone is telling you, hey, why are you so far from me, the negative person, you have to say, look, what we reach in our life, what you reach in your life, nothing so far. So maybe we don't need to stay close, we don't need to see again each other. Yes, you must do for your future, you must avoid stay with negative people. Don't think that you can manage a negativity when you have, especially if you have a big project and a big target, a big scope, your mind is already in tilt, is already full of emotion, full of pressure. And negative people, once they say one sentence, this sentence stuck in your mind. And you have to really be careful about that, because you cannot manage. It's a virus. When they say is hard, attention, then enter in your mind, and you want or you don't want, you are going to think about, oh my God, what can be, oh my God. That's the problem. They are a virus. So, and the reason why is because they are failed. They fail in their life, and they want you to fail too. Why? Because otherwise they will be alone. So we stay in the same level, in the failure zone together, like this way they can survive. But this is egoism, this is not good. They cannot speak about some things they don't know, because only you know if you can reach or not. And if you want, following my knowledge, you can reach. So stay far, stay away, avoid staying with negative people, cut each relation which is negative, friend, any other level of relation, cut. Stay away, stay far. They have to stay far, they don't have to call, they have to stay far from your ear, your mind, the song, the perfume, they have to stay far from you. Everything. Reject negative personality. Another point is not only who is speaking bad that is negative person, but there is also another category of negative person which most of time can come from the family. Pay attention about that. Of course, we don't know exactly, but most of time this personality can come from the family, and is the one that is telling you, which is praying very well to other people, but is not doing what he is praying. And he see mistake only in others. He is perfect, other has mistake. You understand? So this person, stay far also from this person. Or if you cannot stay really far, don't share. Don't share what is your scope, don't share what is your result. And if you need to a bit kick in terms of terminology, you can say, hey, look, what you reach in your life. What you reach in your life. You are telling me that I cannot. What you reach in your life. Stop. So keep distance, keep a certain distance. They don't have to enter in your area of management for your scope, for your project. Negative person, negative people who think that is better than you have to stay far from you. So summarizing, stay far from negative person. Negative people, we have two categories. We say the one who is always negative in terms of terminology, in terms of hair, that is they are bringing this negativity. You see from their face that, oh my God, what's happened? Other problem I have today, I have to solve. I will have to solve also his issue or her issue. Stay far from this person, and stay far from who pray others and is not doing, especially what is telling to others. The mistake number 6, don't measure the progress. If you don't measure the progress, you don't know where you are in your process. You don't know where you are in your plan, in your which milestone you reach and which not, which is missing to reach your final destination, your scope, your target. So if you don't measure, you cannot understand, you cannot manage, you cannot understand where you are. And if you don't know where you are, you don't know when you will reach what you want. So it's important weekly, monthly, and daily to watch your complete map, to know where the scope is, how much the scope is so far, how much the scope is far or how much the scope is near. You need to know exactly every day where you are, every week where you are, every month where you are, to reach to reach your target as you plan. That's very important. Look, who has FF, financial freedom, in his life, who is rich, is just checking one thing every day, the money in their account. That's all. Why? Because that's the high level tracking that they have to see how is going their portfolio, how is going their economy. They are tracing all just with the account. If the money up, comparing yesterday means it's going better than yesterday, is okay. If this is going down, there is some things to correct. They are checking just this. With mobile phone, plus 10,000, okay. Plus 20,000, okay. Minus 3,000. They call the manager and say, hey, what's going on? Correct. That's all what they are doing. You want to be in this condition, you have to work hard. It can be your program. It can be your target. Why not? I'm not the person who tell you you cannot. Be sure about that. That's why you must subscribe in this channel. Mistake number 7, the wrong mentor. Look around you. How many masters there is? How many people is telling to you what you have to do, what is right, what is wrong? But then check their life. What they reach, who they are, what they made. Nothing different. Nothing different than all the rest of the people. But it seems that they know everything. It seems that they want you to follow them. For what? Look, my suggestion is follow. And then we will discuss how. Follow only who has success, who know what is the meaning of a success in the life, because they prove with their history, because they made some things. Because if someone is telling to you how you have to do some things, you have to be the best to do it. Wrong mentor. The wrong mentor is the one that is coming to you telling you what you have to do without have any success proven in life, without you ask, and they didn't make nothing different respect to other person. That's average. It's not a mentor. That person, he won't feel a mentor, but he's not. Look his life, what he did. You cannot follow someone, and then we will check how to follow, because it's not just to follow like as a sheep. If you are following my video, I don't want you to follow my video like a sheep. I want you apply the following I wrote, because it's very important. Listen, think, filter, absorb, integrate, share. And while you share, you compare with others your opinion, which come from maybe my video, but you work in your mind, maybe a better solution for yourself, and you compare if maybe you can improve also what I'm telling to you for your life, specific for your life, and compare with the others. In the case your idea doesn't work, then come back to the mine. But like this sharing, then you learn if it works or not. When you say one sentence, all people is silence. That's the sentence that works. So maybe you will be the next mentor. So the important thing is that you don't need to follow like a sheep. Jim Rohn was telling, follow. Don't have to follow just to follow. You have to follow like a student. You have to study, you have to learn, you have to absorb, and then personalize the information on your mind for your life, specifically for your life. You can take a root case for me and customize for your life, exactly, okay? Mistake number 8, you don't know your capacity. Look, the difference between you and Bill Gates, don't smile, I'm telling you right now this sentence, between you and Bill Gates, before he start, of course, not now with his money, but before start his scope in the life, before he applied, before we recognize him, the difference between you and Bill Gates is just one thing. He doesn't have limitation. He doesn't have limit. He believes in what he's doing. You're not. Mistake number 9 is very common one. Find, create excuses. Excuses. In your life, you cannot do some things because I don't have time, how bad the economy is, because I cannot, because I have children. Hey, in this life, the same life, maybe worse scenario than you, there is who reaches his target, if you want, even with double, with how many children you have? 2, 3, 4, there is who has 10 children and they reach the same scope of you because they want. So, if you can find always someone that has a worse scenario than you, don't start telling to people that you cannot because of list of excuses. So the mistake number 10 is to reject the suggestion after asking a question. So there is a successful person and there is who fail in some things. That's normal, eh? Everyone can fail some things and can go to ask to who succeed, how you did, because I want to learn. This is very good sharing point, sharing of knowledge. So, can happen, but also happened to me that I received some question about that because I succeed some things and someone else is coming to me to say, hey, I couldn't make, can you please tell me? Sure, I'm happy to share. I want to help people. It's one of my scope, help people. So I want to share, and immediately after I say, look, do like this because it's what I did. Ah, no, it's wrong. Sorry. For me it works, for you not? Yes, because my scenario is different. Okay, create the same scenario that I have. Follow me. Create the same scenario that I create because I was not born with this lucky that I was just one step back before the success. I work to create this scenario. So that's why I'm telling to you that. So if you go or if you know someone that is going to ask some things to a successful person about to get a suggestion, don't reject the suggestion that you take. This is a very big gift under your hand that you can manage differently. Think about this 1 week, 1 month, and then if you still couldn't find the reason, the key of that sentence, go again asking that you didn't understand the point. Okay, so if this person can tell you in other words, maybe to help, or maybe there is some fix to be done first, but don't reject, don't say that he's wrong because he succeeded on it and you failed. You don't have experience on that. You cannot say that he's wrong. He has experience and you have positive experience about that. So don't say to that person what is wrong, right? Do you understand the logic? It's not about the level of person. It's about fact. He succeed. The other person didn't succeed. So that's the point. So finally, now we arrive to the point number 11, the mistake number 11, which is the most important mistake. Why people fail. Why people failed. So far we have seen 10 mistakes, right? 10 mistakes. These 10 mistakes are more or less a suggestion you should avoid, but all of those has one common point, which is very, very important, which I'm sharing with you right now. The problem is to give up. Once you give up, in this time you fail. Exactly in this time you fail. So look what I'm telling to you. If you give up, you are not falling down. You stop to fight. You stop to search. You stop to find a solution. You stop to go further on your scope, to go further on your target. So look, it doesn't matter if your target is here. Never ever lower a target. Still keep going on that target, and if it's hard, instead of lower, maybe sometimes the solution is to increase the target. If you cannot reach here, you have to go further. Sometimes it was the case of me, and I solved like this. It was impossible. There is no plan B to lower a target in my case. If I want to reach something easier or higher, I will not lower the target that I plan. In this case, you may fall down a lot of time. In this case, my suggestion is to learn each time that you fall down, to avoid to fall down for the same reason the second time, okay? It can happen, but no problem for this until you learn some things, okay? And never ever give up. Why? Because the people fail for that. Once they decide that they won't fail is when they give up. So never ever give up. If you give up in this time, you failed. In your project, I know very well, it can be very hard sometimes, can be very difficult. You can fall down many times, but until you stand up, you are continuous fighting. You are continuous to fight for one reason, which is to reach your scope. So, what I'm telling you right now, the time that you give up, you failed. People fail because they give up. That's the main reason. Now, I'm telling you that you never fail if you never give up.